nou kan jy lekker terugsit, want ons gesels met 'n wêreldberoemde Christelike skrywer, gospelsanger. Hy het nie net 2 Grammys agter sy naam nie. Hierdie man het al meer albums uitgereik as Taylor Swift. Ja, hy staan op 20 albums. Maar dit beteken nie as jy 'n Taylor Swift fan is dat jy nie 'n Redman fan ook hoef te wees nie. Jy kan na albei luister, maar hierdie gaan 'n lekker onderhoud wees. Matt, I don't know if you understood what I just said, but you've released more albums than Taylor Swift. How does that feel?
That's kind of crazy. I love that so much. Fantastic.
It's very nice talking to you, and welcome to South Africa. You're currently in Cape Town, but it's not your first time in the country, right?
No, I've been coming here for a while. I actually landed here for the first time on my 21st birthday a lot of years ago, and that was in Durban, and we had a fantastic time. I was coming twice a year for a while, and then haven't been back for a little while now, so absolute joy to be here this time.
And Matt, you are here for a tour. Please tell us a little bit more about the tour.
Yeah, we have a couple of nights in Cape Town. We'll be here Wednesday and Thursday night, Mission Day Church. We're actually on the Thursday afternoon, we'll also be doing a worship seminar at Common Ground Church. And then we'll be in Pretoria. Now, funnily enough, we've got 2 nights there. I've never been in Pretoria before. I've been in Port Elizabeth, I've been in Durban, I've been in Joburg, Cape Town. But after all these years, this will be my first time leading in Pretoria.
It's going to be lovely. I mean, 2 shows in Cape Town, 2 shows in Pretoria, 10th and 11th in Cape Town, and the 12th and 13th in Pretoria. Firstly, I want to ask you, the South African events, what makes it different to other events? Or do you feel that there's a common golden thread going through all of them?
That's a great question. One thing I love about what I do, like leading, Christian worship music, is you can show up in different places in the world, and there's a similarity. You're on the same page very quickly because you're singing to the same God. You care about the same things. There's a common ground very quickly, but there's also little differences. Different. You might go to South Korea and they teach you how to intercede, how to pray. You might find a certain reverence in certain countries, and often when you come to South Africa, there's definitely a joy. There's a joy to things. I'm this little reserved English man. I'm showing up, doing my thing, and I'm watching the outpouring of joy and the expression of that. It's a beautiful thing, and and like I said, been coming here a while. And I remember the first time we sung 10,000 Reasons here, my song 10,000 Reasons, and we just started into the piano motif, and the song had only been out a while, and the whole room just exploded. And there's just this wonderful outpouring of joy here that I love getting to be part of that.
Well, 10,000 Reasons, it's one of our favorites, I must say. Blessed be your name, the heart of worship. It's wonderful, wonderful music, and obviously means much more than the average song. I want to find out. You said there's also a worshiping conference, or what did you call it?
Yeah, so it's like some afternoon seminars we're doing. We call them Worth.
Yes.
And the reason we do is because we say that the WOR from Worth is for worship, and the TH is theology. And these afternoons are really about how can we sing to God, how can we gather before God in a way that feels relevant, poetic, biblical, powerful. It's an interesting thing when it comes to worshiping God. You don't get to make the stuff up. Like he's been very precise about how he likes to be worshipped and what means something to him. And so that's what the afternoon seminars are, trying to really zoom in on what is biblical worship look like in 2025.
And I guess it's quite easy to forget about the fundamentals of worship, the theology behind that. And you're actually encouraging the deep biblical poetic theology in songs and services. But I think sometimes we get caught up in complex but ungrounded theories in our churches, whereas the gospel is actually simple but powerful. How do you
Yeah, I
think
like that.
can we strive to get back to basics, powerful basics, through worship?
Yeah, I think really you want to make sure that the heartbeat is really coming through, right? You don't want worship to feel off one deep end, like this kind of big hypey thing, you don't off the
Yeah.
other deep end, you don't want it to feel like a dry, empty, ritual. You want to be able to feel the heartbeat coming through, and that's the way I love to worship. Let's ground it in theology. The way I say it is it's all about seeing and singing. Sometimes we think about worship, oh, that's just singing. No, worship is about seeing first.
Wow.
It's about beholding who he is first and then responding to that in fitting ways, And another way we say it's worship's about revelation and response. It's about the revelation, the revealed nature of who God is, and then our response to him in a way that really fits that revelation. So that's what we'll be talking about in those afternoons of the worship theology seminars, and also in the evenings. That's how I'm going to lead. We're trying to lead worship in a relevant way. We got lights and music, and we're trying to push the boundaries of all we can sound wise and all that. But at the end of the day, we want this to be this biblical expression. Another way of saying it's coming back to the heart of worship, yes, but also coming back to the mind of worship, like thinking through, how does it look to worship God in a biblical, relevant, beautiful way?
Wow, that's amazing. And we're very excited. And we know that you have a wonderful, the tickets, if you haven't got tickets yet, al die kykers daar buite, there's a 25% discount.
Yeah, at Quicket.
Yeah.
That's a nice thing. We're quickly going to sell you the tickets. Quicket, 25% af op al die kaartjies. Daar's 'n kodewoord met insit, church. So there's a code word church, and you put that in at Quicket, and you get a discount on your tickets. Thank you so much, Matt, for joining us, and all the best. And we're so looking forward to the shows in Cape Town and Pretoria.
Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to it too. We're going to have a beautiful time.
Fantastic. Bly ingeskakel vir jou nuus om 7.